Welcome back, guys, and here's another episode of what seems to be a little gym leader series we got going on. 7-episode series right here, and now we're against the water gym leader, Ace. Now he's got a pretty good looking team here. He's got Drizzle Politoed, he's got the good old Kingdra, he's got Gyarados, and Greninja. Nothing but the finest for water. Now going into this battle, I was pretty worried. Knowing that water is my favorite type, I know that there really isn't much you can do to water. So before I battled this guy, I was thinking he could bring the water ground types, he could bring water flying types, water steel types. Like, there's too many different type combinations when it comes to water types. They can cover for pretty much any weakness in the game. It doesn't matter what you got. Even if they have a specific weakness, most water types can just learn Poison Jabber, Earthquake. Grass types, electric types, there's nothing you can do. So I just tried to go for not much of going straight for the water type weaknesses, but just for more of a bulky power, so I could sort of outlast his Pokemon. But I did bring the Sceptile just in case. Now, just in case I got into an Ice type move, I have him with Focus Sash, Unburden, so with Giga Drain, so I'll be able to do some damage with that. Alright, so let's get started in this battle, guys. Here we go. Ace is issuing a challenge, and boy was it one. Here comes Wabiske and Amoonguss while he sends out his Greninja and Gyarados. Intimidate kicks in, not that it matters. And I go straight for the Rage Powder. That reminds me, I need to make a VGC Greninja with Mat Block. I go straight for the Grass Knot here. Thankfully, I outspeed his Greninja. He might have been modest in nature, so he wasn't enough. Either that or just won the speed tie. Because my Greninja is timid. So, he's down by 1 first turn. Greninja goes down. While his Gyarados goes straight for a D-Dance. That is a very scary thing. He comes out to the Kingdra, and his Gyarados Mega Evolves. Which, I don't know why he Mega Evolved knowing that I have the Grass Knot, but I predicted him to Mega Evolve. So, I go straight for the offensive Grass Knot on him. However, he does outspeed now, so he's going to go for the Waterfall, surprisingly, on the Amoonguss. Because technically, we have 2 grass types on the field here. So I'm surprised he didn't have the Ice Fang. He could have easily taken out my Greninja or my Amoonguss. But look at the damage on that Waterfall. It does more than half resisted. So here, I'm going to go for the Grass Knot. That is easily going to take out the Gyarados. I think I was either Life Orb or no, I wasn't Life Orb. I was Expert Belted, most likely. And he goes for the Dragon Pulse, which does a very strong amount of damage. I think he might have been Choice Spect. I go for the Cure Smog, thinking that I wouldn't be able to take out the Gyarados and get rid of his D-Dance. However, surprisingly to me, he does Mega Evolve, just making sure. So, I go for the Rage Powder here, not trying to get any damage on my Greninja. It's about to go down. Kingdra does go for the Dragon Pulse. Amoonguss does take it fairly well. It gets a critical hit, sadly. So I'm going to go for the Grass Knot on the Politoed. Very bulky Politoed. He survives and is able to go on the Ice Beam. That just about finishes off my Amoonguss. But Amoonguss did his job absorbing all the attacks, protecting his buddy, Greninja. Well, I noticed that it's a leftovers Politoed, which means he's trying to stick around for a while. Now here comes Geico the Gecko over here, Sceptile. And he goes straight for another Dragon Pulse. Now he outspeeds my Greninja, which I didn't notice before. And the second he did that, I screamed Choice Scarp, which made him laugh. And then I realized, oh wait, he's in the rain. It's a Swift Swim Kingdra. This thing is deadly. So I go for my HP Dragon on Kingdra, while I get hit in an Ice Beam. Thankfully, he didn't get the Freeze Axe. While Politoed just keeps getting more bulky and bulky. So here comes Bloop the Goodra here. Which is good, because he can take any attack any of these guys wants to throw at me. Now here comes the Choice Spec Dragon Pulse, which is able to take out Geico, sadly. Should have just went for the Giga Drain on the Politoed. Oh well. Here comes the Ice Beam one, the Assault Vested Specially Defensive Goodra. Well, not really specially defensive, just max HP. And Kingdra takes the Thunderbolt and gets paralyzed. So it was kind of a fortunate thing for both of us. He lives to attack another day, and I get the Parahax. So Palito's gonna go for another Ice Beam. Still isn't doing enough. Well, I go straight for the Thunderbolt, finishing off the Politoed. And now it is just a 1-to-1 ratio here. Here comes the super effective Choice Spec Dragon Pulse, I'm assuming. And it just doesn't do enough to take me out. So I'm able to go for another Thunderbolt and finish off this Kingdra, making it a 1-0 victory. Very close match. Alright, thank you guys for tuning into another battle. We'll have these Supercon gym battles coming through you. Next off, I am gonna go with the Fire Gym Leader, who for the first day of the con almost went completely undefeated. So let's see how that turns out. Tune in next time and see you later. You heard it first on Sinnoh Studios.